Hey guys, so quick dealio here. Just want to let y'all know. I apologize in advance because I kind of got distracted while I was building the gun. I got kind of zoned in on it, and my camera died while I was also taking pictures to post for the forum with my other phone. So yeah, the video is the actual build. It's not really a how-to. It's just gonna be a fast forward of me throwing the thing together. So if I can't. I'm not doing this any different than most people build an AR. So if you want to learn how to build an AR, just check out in one of the umpteenth million videos on YouTube. It's just going to be a little montage of me doing it. So I might post some pictures, but yeah, this isn't going to be super professional. This is just me having fun. So, hey guys, what's up? So, got some parts here. Y'all can see it's AR orientated. So yeah, we're going to be building an AR here. Yeah, my dad, my dad's been wanting a new AR, and he's been wanting something with a little more knockdown power than 223. But my dad doesn't like super big things. He doesn't like really heavy things, so he doesn't want to go up to an AR-10, but he really wanted the AR platform. So, just looking around, I got him looking. I told him just look at the 6mm arc. It looks like a cool cartridge. I can reload for it. I can form brass for it, no problem. And yeah, I got him looking at it. He really liked it, so we talked about it. And he got all the parts. And yeah, I'm going to be putting it together for him. We're going to be loading some rounds up. We're going to be shooting it. So yeah, we're going to be building a 6mm arc. I'm not sure this will be counted as an SPR, special purpose rifle, or a GPR, general purpose rifle. It's going to be a little 16-inch deal. It's going to be kind of light, kind of handy. It's going to really be for like 300 yards and in max. It's probably going to live in that 100, 125, 150 yard range more than anything. Hogs, coyotes, pigs, deer, that type of stuff. We're not going after elk or bears or anything, so we don't need super heavy stopping power. And we're not going to be shooting, like I said, we're going 300 yards max. So we're not going to be needing super advanced, like super, great whatever. So I think 6mm arc is going to be a good choice, especially since you can find factory loaded ammo. That's a little pricey. This Hornady Precision Hunter right here was 20 rounds was $35. Ugh. But I can reload for it pretty cheap because I already have a 243. I already have a lot of stuff I need. I already have a 243 65 Grendel. So if need be, I can make my own brass, and I can use my 243 bullets and probably work on something. So yeah. Anyway, I just want to show y'all our parts here. So we want to do this on a budget, partly because one, I like playing with cheaper stuff just to see what it can do. I don't know why. It's more fun for me. If you give me a barrel I know is going to work, it's kind of like, okay, whatever. But I've been finding a lot of this cheaper stuff is actually pretty decent for what my and my dad's purposes are. We're not Navy SEALs, we're not Green Berets, we don't go into mountains on horseback hunting. We don't need all that. So a lot of non-brand specific, lower price parts, but should be pretty decent. We're going to be doing bore scopes, inspections. We're not going to be going crazy with it. We also got some more lower priced components. Nothing super cheap, but nothing super expensive. So, with all that being said, let's look over what we're doing here. What we got as far as a part to build is our lower here. We're just going with a Palmetto State. This is the MOE AR-15. This was all stock. Off on their deals, I think it was $150 with the. I gotta say, I really like the MOE grip. I've really never messed with AR grips very much, but this is very nice. Very nice, kind of heavy. It doesn't rock a lot except in the stock. Very nice, nicely put together lower. I think that was $150. Trigger's not bad. I think it's going to be a good one. As far as our upper and bulk carrier group, we're running a Bear Creek Arsenal. This is one of their 7.62 by 39 6mm arc. 7.62 and 6.65 Grendel. And this is basically how it is. Very nice, if you ask me. This was $132. This wasn't a blam or anything. Pretty just stock, Nothing crazy. Looks like it'll work pretty good. That came with the boat carrier group charging handle. Might change that charging handle out later. Whatever. As far as the handguard, we're going to be using a shorter handguard. My dad did kind of like that. He liked the shorter handguard looks of some of those rifles. So we're running a shorter one. I'm not sure how well this will work. This is a 9.5 inch. I don't remember if this is a Dirty Bird or an NBS one, but this is 9.5. I wanted to go for a 12, but I didn't have any 12s in stock for the price I wanted. So we have this one, and I also have I think a 10.5. I dug out of one of my parts bins. So we're gonna try this, and hopefully it'll work. As far as your handguard there, oh, it's also M-lock. I don't like key mod. I like M-lock. I prefer M-lock over probably anything because I can add and attach whatever I want. If I want more rails, I can put more rails on it. If I want, yeah, it just works. I like it. And it didn't die out like key mod. As far as a muzzle device, we're going to be using a little Dirty Bird thread protector. Nothing crazy there. Got a non-brand specific gas tube here, non-adjustable. Nothing serious. We'll put that ammo to the side. Now, I did get some ammo, some factory loaded ammo, and I like to, when I get a new caliber, or a new rifle in general, I like to get some factory loaded ammo just to run through the gun to make sure it functions, right? I like to do that. So, again, these are 6mm ARC Hornady Precision Hunters running a 103 grain ELDX. And I will be chronographing these. We got 20 of those. That's now help me get measurements on brass and some other stuff. Just AR Stoner, 6mm ARC mag. I think this is a 10 rounder. Don't need a 30. I personally don't like 30s. I don't really like anything over 15 or 20. They're just usually too big. I shoot prone a lot. And hunting, I've just never needed it. So, not saying it's not, you guys are getting a lot of pigs and stuff. 30 rounders are completely, that's completely understandable. But for me personally, I just don't like having them. We also got a spring kit here. The trigger spring in that upper is a little heavy. They usually are. So I got a Call Valley spring kit. I know my other ARs, when I threw these in, they dropped it down to about, most of mine are running like 2.5, 3 pounds. Problem is they won't detonate like steel case ammo, but they should work with this one. So I got this. We're gonna try it, and we might put them in, we might not. I just got it just in case. I also went ahead and got an AccuWedge just to take up any slack, but I have put this together, the upper and the lower together, just playing around. They're pretty tight, so I might not even use that. As far as brass, we got 50 pieces of Starline, which is supposed to be pretty decent brass all around. That's small rifle prime brass. Bullets. I figured these would be a pretty good middle of the road bullet. This is never on sale too. These are 85 grain Sierra Game Kings hollow points. Again, we're going to be using this for game under 300 yards. These are a proven bullet in most other 6mm. We should be able to get these going pretty fast, and I figured these will help balance out that shorter barrel with the speed versus with the heavier bullets. So we got 200 of those. Got Lee pace setter dies. I'm a Lee guy because I'm a cheapskate. Federal AR gold medal match primers. Have had nothing but good luck with these, and Bass Pro had some, so I picked up 4 or 5 boxes of these. So I got 400 or 500 of those. And as far as an optic, my dad, he doesn't like big scopes. He doesn't like very big, bulky scopes. So he doesn't like red dots either. So I told him to start looking into some LPVOs. And I told him to check out Monstrum. I've actually had a lot of decent luck with Monstrum. Their customer service has been nothing but great if I have had something broke. Their stuff generally holds 0. I've never had any problems with it losing 0. The glass is pretty good. And to be honest, my dad is the type of person, most of his stuff is rocking like Walmart Simmons, so I don't even think he would, as long as it holds 0 and it's not overly complicated, I don't think he would care. So I told him to check it out, and they just so happen to have one of their Banshees on sale. This is a 2-10 LPVO. Pretty nice one. He's already taken it out, that's why it's been out. Now I've looked through it. It's illuminated reticle. Tactile clicks. He's not going to be dialing these, but it's pretty easy to use. No coin needed. Cat turrets, pretty small all together. Comes with a lot of goodies in here. Battery, Allen keys, spare screws, stickers, lifetime guarantee. Also comes with its own one-piece mount. And most of my mounts are Monstrum, and I haven't had any problems, so yeah, I think all in all, we should have a pretty decent little build. Very last thing is the barrel. So the very last thing I want to talk about is the barrel. At least before we start, putting this together. I bought a Bear Creek barrel because right now 6 ARC barrels are all running right at $200 and Bear Creek happened to have a 16-inch for $103. And I was talking to Dad, and he was like, my dad's the type of person, he does not want to use anything super expensive. He does not want to bring anything really expensive into the woods because he's worried about breaking it. Which is cool. And I've had nothing but good luck with Bear Creek. I know some people have had bad luck, but Bear Creek and Monstrum are two or lower price companies that even if their stuff breaks, they will return it. So I have no real problems. So I've talked to people about this, and a lot of people want to see it. They want to see what it does. They want to see a bore scope of it. So let's open her up. Just do a little micro unboxing here. I might put this as a separate video. I don't know. Probably unboxing this completely wrong. Yeah. Let's see how they got it packaged here. Okay. Okay. I think the packaging is pretty self-explanatory. Free sticker. I love free stickers. It's pretty cut and dry. That off to the side. Got the barrel all taped up. Got a zipper on open here. This should be a 16-inch mid-length 6mm arc parkerized barrel. I forgot the contour. Kind of a heavy contour here. Make sure we got a gas tube here. Got a gas tube, of course, and we also have this little deal back here for our nut. 6mm arc. 1 1/8 twist. Not bad at all. Let's pop the bore scope in. See what the bore scope, what it looks like through the bore scope. Alright guys, so here's this Bear Creek 6mm arc barrel. This was like $108. And we're going to be giving her the initial bore scope here. This is no cleaning, no anything. It's just straight out the box. Let's go ahead and give her a looky-loo here around the ground. And again, this is a pretty cheap barrel, so I'm not expecting the best crap ever, but hoping it won't be too bad. Pull her on down through here. Okay, I'm not seeing anything terrible. There's the gas tube. Slight little nicky nick right there. I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's just a little dirty. Which, lower price barrel. Fresh out the factory. Of course, it's not going to be, spick and span. Definitely going to do some, this is where I feel break-in procedure is a necessary thing with these cheaper barrels. Hey, we got some, what is this? What do we got here? I think that's just some more dirt, grime. Oh, we got, okay, and that's the, let's check this lead throat here. Okay, it's not, it's definitely not as bad as that 6 Grendel we had, but it's still a little rough. Still a little rough. Definitely needs a good cleaning. But when you buy $100-something barrels, that's what you expect. Here's the difference. Here's the interesting thing. It's only really bad down here. So let's see here. Okay, so here's the throat, and coming through the throat a little bit, and boom, it cleans out. I find that interesting. So yeah, she needs to get a little cleaner. I'll do some abrasive when we get the gun put together, and should clean all that out. Got a lot of little gunk right there. So yeah, we'll give her a bore scope after we clean her. All right. All right, guys. Now that we went over all the parts and we got our bore scope of the barrel out the way, I'm just gonna go through and we're gonna put this upper together real quick. I'm not really doing anything super crazy with it. I'm probably gonna fast forward through a lot of it. I use the little vice deal here from Real Avid for all my barrel work. Now this isn't perfect because my vice is not perfectly made for this system, but it works pretty well. And yeah, so I'm just gonna lock that on in there. And this isn't a how-to. This is just what I'm doing. I might be doing it completely and totally wrong, but just showing you guys how I'm doing it. So, throw on in there. Now, I like using a little bit of something around the nut and around the barrel shank. I'm using Aeroshell. I'm using Aeroshell here. This is the mil spec from the manual type stuff. This is what everybody recommends. I'll just put a little bit on here. And there's a lot of people who say, oh, you ain't got to do that. You don't have to put anything on there. I've taken apart some ARs that obviously had no type of grease on them, and they were such a pain to take off. So this just, for me, this just makes sure life's going to be easier when I want to go and take this off. So I'm just going to put a little bit on there. I just screw on my hand guard here a little bit, get it all up in the nooks and crannies. I really need to take the barrel nut out, but just make sure that Aeroshell is all in there nice and good like. You see it's just kind of coated right there. Actually, I got to take a Allen key to get this out real quick. I'll be right back. But yeah, gonna get that Aeroshell on. Make sure that's in there, and I'm gonna take my barrel. I'm gonna put some on the barrel too, because I've had this stick really bad and not want to come undone. And I've had to just do a lot of stuff. I had to heat the barrel up. And a little bit of this grease probably would have saved it. And again, this is just something I do. It's probably not correct. It's just, I don't know. I know some people, they'll glue this in. Some people won't do anything. Some people thermal fit it. I'm just putting a little bit of grease on here because when I take this barrel off, I don't want it to be such a pain. So I'm gonna fit those notches. Fits in pretty good. We'll have to move the camera back here. Alright, that locks her in, and yeah, now I just gotta add all the parts. I'm just gonna fast forward through all of this, but yeah. Hey guys, so my camera ended up dying last night. I didn't really realize it. You start building stuff, you get kind of wrapped into it. But camera died, and I was taking pictures for my to make an actual little blog post about it and a little forum post. So yeah, but anyway, ended up finishing it. It came out pretty decent. Not bad for a sub $600 build. I think we're at like 5 something. I'd have to add everything up, but I'm pretty sure we're under 5 minus all the reloading components. But anyway, here we go. So I ended up torquing the barrel nut down to about 40, 45. I know you can get away with 30, but I went ahead and went with that 45 just in case because it didn't come with any torque specs. A lot of these cheaper ones, it's just tighten them. So I went to 45. I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem because I put that aero shell on there, so I don't think it'll seize up. I ended up putting a pick rail on the bottom and this foregrip because Dad really wanted a foregrip, and this is an old one I had that I ended up cutting down because it was a little too long, and I don't think it was going to work as well, so it got cut down. Ended up putting some M-Lock pick rail on there. I also ended up putting another piece of Picatinny right there, and then I put a Picatinny adapter to a swivel for a bipod swivel, so I could attach the bipod because this 9.5 handguard is a little short, so I had to use that to kind of kick it forward a little bit so I could have a little better grab because all the M-Lock stuff I had was acting kind of weird, and it didn't want to act quite right. So that's what I ended up doing there. I ended up putting those Call Valley trigger springs in. I didn't measure them. I can't find my trigger gauge, but feels a lot lighter. Doesn't feel as nice though, which is hard to explain. I don't know. Got the Banshee painted up here. Can't wait to see how that goes. And yeah, gave her a nice cleaning. Yeah, I think this is gonna be pretty good. One thing I do think I kind of want to do is get a cheek riser. I really honestly want to put a looped NBA 3 on this thing, but I think that would have been a bit much for my dad. He doesn't like a lot of extra moving parts. So I might try to find one of the Magpul little cheek risers. But, yeah. I think she came out pretty decent. Okay, guys, about the bore scope again. As you see, we got the upper end device here. Got the bore guide in here. Been cleaning it. Give her first cleaning. Haven't fired any shots. She's got the new paint job going there. I think I did pretty decent on it. But yeah, we got did our first cleaning here. Just gonna go over what we did. So these first patches, actually, let me turn my light on. Yeah, there we go. That's better. So first patches, just dry patches, just to see how bad it was. Push 2 dry patches in. Then I actually cut some patches down because for some reason they weren't fitting for a while. I don't know. I think it's because of this little. I have a little plastic collar on my cleaning rod. I think that's what it was. I just didn't realize it. But I cut some patches down. Gave them a thin layer of this IOSA, which is an abrasive, and I short stroked it all the way through the barrel. Just went through there with a jag, with one of these on a jag, and I did 3 of those. And I just proceeded to dry patch all the way until it started coming pretty clean. Then wet patched. I wet patched with hops. Number 9 synthetic, just because what I had. Wet patch, then dry patched till got pretty clean right there. So yeah, she should be should look a lot better in there. Gonna get the bore scope out, see what she is, but that's what we did as far as the cleaning process before any shot. So yeah, let's get the bore scope out. So we're about to bore scope her. Just did our little cleaning, our usual initial cleaning. Now we're gonna bore scope her. So we're going in through the front of the barrel first. We're going to be looking at that crown. Crown still looks about the same. Let's go look at the barrel. Oh, shine up a good. What's it not? Oh, there it is. Shined her up a good bit. Lord, that Aoso, those abrasives do a fantastic job. See if we can get that. See if we can see the gas port. There it is. Good. Looks like. Thinking it's aligned. Got a little junk in there, but yeah, it looks like it's aligned. Cool. I'm gonna keep going. So yeah, once we got that machining gunk out, barrel looks pretty decent. That didn't take long. That was maybe a 10-15 minute cleaning job. Wow, this thing looks really good. Sometimes you gotta wash that piece of coal to find a diamond. You know what I mean? All right, let's look at the. This is what kind of concerned me more than anything with the throat, and okay, not terrible, not absolutely amazing, but definitely a lot better than that last barrel we had. Let's look at the chamber here. You can get in there and get the chamber by hand, but yeah, barrel came out looking actually pretty good once we gave it a good cleaning. Figured the first 50 rounds is going to smooth all of this out a little more. Got some got some little roughness in there, but yeah, not bad for a $108 barrel. Well, 118, 120. Not bad.